It was being hard to hold the camera, so I started recording it on PowerPoint. Okay, so Auguste Rodin, right? So first of all, his name is Roda or something. He's French, but I cannot do that accent, so I'll just call Rodin. So there is a museum in Philadelphia. Like the museum is exactly the same as the Paris Rodin Museum. So and like I'm a huge fan. So first of all, like I'm gonna do a lot of fangirling today. Like I'm like a huge fan of Rodin. Okay, and anybody comes to Philly, I just like drag them to the Rodin Museum, and like so I think a junior, like he told that like Apu, your face just glows up when you talk about Rodin. It's super true. Like I'm super like fan of his work. Okay, so first of all, this is his first famous sculpture. This was the Age of Bronze, right? So the thing about Rodin's sculpture was that he would make the models in clay, and then they will make the cast, and then they will put them in a like suppose in bronze or like in like some metal or stones or marble or whatever. So like you will see even the original pieces, like they are in different form. Like some of them, like you'll see the same thing in marble, or sometime you'll see the same thing in like some other metals. So it really isn't a problem. So like first of all, like Rodin was not famous until his 40s, like right. So like other artists were like famous by like 20s or 30s, and he was in his 40s and he was still struggling. So he really was like humbled with that, he like at the beginning. So anyway, so the Age of Bronze was a life-size statue, and it made a huge controversy. Like Rodin was a big fan of Michelangelo, and then like he loved the actual realistic figures of the past, and then like he wanted to make that, but the problem was it was so real that people said that he made that out of like a real person, and that criticism actually hit him really hard. And one thing about Rodin is he was like he got very affected but whatever other people says. So that's why probably because he like got his fame late in his life, so like he really like gave attention to what people are saying. So he tried to prove himself that like no, I didn't make it out of like a real person or something. And then like what happened is like that gave him a lot of fame, to be honest. And then like you can see like the how the structures and everything. This is a full size, and I just put the top because like anyway. And then so he got fame now. So then the French government like they wanted to make like a museum which never got made, and then like they wanted to make like something special. So the gates of hell comes in this like scenario, right? So Rodin was working on this like the gates of hell from the like from Dante's Inferno, and you'll see like so this is like every part of like the hell, and then like what in different parts different things are going on, and like from the Dante's Inferno. And then like on top like they're saying like in here you enter and you don't return, something like that. And if you look very closely, this is thinker. Like so each of these part like Rodin never finished this project. Like he just kept working and working and working in this project, and he actually worked on the gates of hell for 40 years. And then each part was like sometimes he would make that each part, and that part would like have its own like its own what's the word, like statue. And so different part of the gates of hell has different statues, right? Like small, big, and stuff like that. So this is like thinker, like he is sitting there and he is like looking down at the people in the hell, like coming in the hell. Uh, Like the thinker, I think is he's like I really like the gates of hell, like this whole composition, by the way. And he actually showed this one time, like he took out every single piece and then just showed the like blankness of that. So he did a lot of stuff with this piece, to be honest. And then like about the thinker, this is not my most favorite statue of Rodin, but it is his most famous piece. So about the thinker, like they say that the best thing about this statue is that it's a stone where he is sitting, but that stone is even like lowered by the weight of that person's thinking, something like that. So to be honest, this is not my favorite, so I probably will not talk a lot about it. Anyway, so the next one, I think like so this was the statue of Balzac. So Balzac was the poet, and then like they wanted to make a statue of him. So Rodin was making models after models after models, but he wasn't satisfied. That like Balzac was a nice man and everything, but like how could he show a person's intellect? He was trying to like show that person's like intellect without showing his body, because like if it's a life-size body, like we will just look at that, right? So what he did was he covered him with like a full cloak, like you see, like the whole body is covered and only his face is showing and his head is big. This is like a full-size statue, but there are other statues of Balzac's head only and like a huge head. And then people really did not take it well, that like how deformed he looks like. And the museum that commissioned this, they like were like, no, we will not take this. And then he was very sad, and I think Monet wrote him, like you remember Monet, so like Claude Monet, the impressionist, like he actually wrote him that like I really loved your piece and like it's good and like and everything. And like so this was his idea, that he was trying to put like humans emotions is the same idea as the impressionists, right? So this is also like impressionism, and like he was trying to put the impressions, the passion, the human like feelings in stones. So this was like the starting. And then when he was working on the gates of hell, he he actually took a lot of assistants to help him with the carving, with the casting and everything. And one of his assistants were Camille Claudel. And then like she like their relationship actually was, first of all, it was very professional, and then it became very passionate. They had a romantic relationship, and then it was almost for 10 years. And then like it took very bad turn, and actually like her career and her life like was very tragic. So I really don't want to go into that detail, but like how much of it is uh, Rodin's fault is up to debate. And there is a book, there is a film on their relationship and on her life. And like people say that like Rodin actually like took her work and everything, but I actually saw her work in Chicago Art Museum, and I don't think that there are like matches, but like it didn't seem like plagiarized. in any part. Like I think like both of them had their own, in their own account, they're good. So, but what about Kemi was that Rodin was like, so what critics say about their relationship is that Camille Claudel was the like alter ego of Rodin. Like she was a female, of course, but like she was something that Rodin was not, right? So like their relationship was like very passionate. I already told it. And like so this was one of his famous work, The Kiss. And if like this was on a like story from Dante's Inferno, that like the Francesca and Paolo, I guess like they had a relationship. And so the thing about The Kiss, like this statue, like the when I saw it, it was like you can see that the woman is actually initiating the kiss, and it was very different from their time. And then also like there was like again controversies, and like the muscles and everything was extremely real, and there was no doubt that Kemi Claudel was like behind this. She was also a sculptor. So like this this is one of my most favorite pieces of Rodin. So like I probably like just stood there and looked at it. It's very beautiful. Like the problem with showing sculptures, it like I really cannot show the 3D beauty of a sculpture in a 2D picture. So anyway, so this is was the case. And then the next one I think was, so this is like one, and like one sculpture, and this is like showing from different angles. So this was a piece which was also in the gates of hell. The kiss was also in the gates of hell. So this was I think this one's name is I am beautiful, but this is a piece like which is a merged piece. Like this woman, she like this is the crouching woman, and this is the falling man. So how he's holding her, like it's impossible. Like they could never actually meet. Like there is a like big story behind this, like how they could never meet and everything. And this is like not real. This is pretty like made up. Like yeah, like this is really a model. Like to be honest, like I probably it's made with animation or something, but like I saw the actual actual piece in marble, I guess, and I was astonished by its beauty. Like, but the problem is when I downloaded those pictures in like those pictures were like so black and like or like white, and I couldn't show. But I would really suggest you to like look. It's like a beautiful piece. So anyway, this is my most favorite piece of Rodin. So again, this was one. And then I think what Rodin's idea, probably from his relationship with Kemi or like whatever, was that people never really can meet their perfect form or their perfect relationship or their perfect life or something. So the thing about Rodin's, like this was the cathedral, like he was mesmerized by the cathedrals, like the old Gothic cathedrals. So this was like two different hands. Like this was somebody's hand, this was somebody else's hand, and I don't know if this is a woman's hand, but the thing is, these hands, it looks like they're touching, they're actually not touching. So, and also there is a space between them. That space, like, and it was called the Ark of the Covenant. And then later the name was, I think, the cathedral. So there, like, this air that is going between their hands is like the life or everything. And then like Cami had a sculpture on how age actually takes like person from his youth to the aged, which like so that was the age of maturity. So like that was also a beautiful piece. But this one, like the hands, like the thing about Rodin's work, what astonished me is the same thing that made me sad. Like it is so beautiful that I cry, but at the same time it's like something unfinished that you want to go back there and you want to finish that thing. Like so yeah, I think like I will never understand Rodin's work, probably because again I'm probably the alter ego. I don't know, but like these hands are like not touching, and this was like a time like Rodin was already pretty old at that time, and he actually was trying, he was like just putting everything in unfinished way. It's called non finito, like that you keep that in an unfinished way. Either you keep that with a like mark, or like you keep that in the same stone you are making it, like that everything is unfinished, something like that, and like you can never reach there. So this was again another non finito work of Rodin, that like you like for walking you really do not need anything else than your feet. You don't need your hands or like head or anything. So something like that. And again, I don't know if like I understand his work so much. I probably don't. And just because like I told, I think in I don't know whose work, but like there are some stuff that I don't understand, and because I don't understand it, probably I love it. I don't know. But like about Rodin's work, like I think like I could say a lot more, but again like that would be just fangirling if I say a lot more. So I think like this is it for now. And then like yeah, bye.